So, phew, I didn't forget to do anything. Pauline, technology is wonderful when it works.
Yep, and when it doesn't,
Oh my goodness. So
totally different world game.
it is very different. So we'll be starting in just about 30 seconds and it'll
Okay.
start letting everybody in. And then we'll just hit the road running from there. What is it like in St. Lucia today? Is it sunny?
It's very sunny. Yesterday morning we had a lot of rain. We're
Okay.
experiencing a tropical something, but it's fine.
Hmm. Okay, wonderful.
Hmm.
So in about 5 seconds, it's going to open up, and then we are now officially live. So thank you everybody for joining us this afternoon. I know people are going to be trickling in. So usually, if you've been with me on any of these webinars before, you know we kind of do a little bit of housekeeping just to make sure everybody does get to jump in and get to the start of our webinar. So today we have one of my new clients that just started with K. Milliner Kitchens Consulting, maybe about a month ago, of Bay Gardens Resorts. And we have the lovely Miss Pauline Francis with us today. Pauline, if you want to say a few words.
Hello, Kay, and hello to your audience. Thank you so much for having me join you today on your webinar. Definitely the first of many exciting things to come from our collaboration. And yeah, I'm excited to show your audience what Bay Gardens Resorts in St. Lucia, which is a true gem, what we have to offer.
And it is a gem. I had the chance to stay. Was it last month? No, oh, it's already August. So in June,
Yeah.
I had an opportunity to stay on property. It really is a fantastic property. Well, the one property I got to stay on. So we're going to dive into all the different properties that are part of your resort collection. So I'm glad that you're here. So for everybody that is joining in on the actual webinar, if you did register through the link, not necessarily on Facebook. Of course, if you're on Facebook watching, I can't hear anything you're saying or doing. So you can have your side conversations. Of course, we won't hear you. If you're in the actual webinar and you've registered, don't worry about, muting yourself or anything like that because you're all already muted. So we can't hear anything you have to say. As we're going along, if you want to put questions in the chat, I definitely encourage you to do so. That's where we'll be going back to answering questions at the end of our session. So it's either in the chat or in the Q&A. And then I have a poll that I've added to the webinar this time around. So after we kind of go through all of the different properties that make up the Bay Gardens Resorts collection, just let us know which one you'd like to learn more about because we do plan to do these quarterly with Bay Gardens because it's such a robust product. You're not going to really get everything in one sitting. So we definitely want to make sure we cover all of our bases with everybody who's interested. And we've got some folks checking in from San Diego, from Connecticut, from Phoenix. So thank you guys so much. From Vegas. Woo! So we've
Nice.
all over who are interested in learning more about Bay Gardens. I'm so excited to see that. So we'll go ahead and jump in with our first slide. And I know we talked about this last night, Pauline, but I
Yes.
had to put our girl in here first and foremost. So if you were living under a rock for the last 2 weeks, I'm sure you do know because you haven't been under a rock, that Miss Julian Alfred is our Olympic gold medalist out of Saint Lucia. So that was so exciting to see. I'm not Saint Lucian, but I felt Saint Lucian when I was watching her run because the Caribbean in general really did a tremendous showing. So what was it like on island, Pauline, watching her and everybody I know was excited?
For sure. I mean, I've never felt such pride. I've never been prouder to be a St. Lucian, considering that this was our first Olympic medal.
Mhm.
She earned gold and silver for us.
She did.
And just understanding where Julian comes from. She comes from a very small community. Um, very humble beginnings, and to see her go out there on the big stage and just push through and win two medals for us, not just one. And apart from that, she's now the fastest woman in the world. The fastest woman in the world is coming from what most people consider a little dot on the map. So that is definitely an amazing achievement for us. And it's almost like the island stopped to watch the matches. I mean,
Exactly.
everybody was tuned in and we had a great time just rallying behind her.
I bet, because it was fun to watch the reaction from Saint Lucia and all the different watch parties and stuff that they
Mm-hmm.
had on
Mm-hmm.
islands. So it was really wonderful to watch. So I was
It
excited for
was.
her and excited for the island. So we can now say we are home to Olympic champion
That's
Julian
right.
Alfred. So if you want some of that Olympic gold spirit rubbing off on you, come to Saint Lucia because we
Okay.
definitely have it there. Plenty, plenty.
Yes.
Okay, so back to business. So what I'm going to do, guys, is, and I'm sure most of you are already familiar with St. Lucia, but just as a little refresher as to some of the things that your clients can experience with getting and arriving into St. Lucia, because it's an absolutely stunning destination. And I know a lot of people looking at that first shot definitely recognize those pitons. So just a little bit about the island. Like Pauline said, it's not necessarily a small dot because I'm from the small dot in the ocean, being from St. Thomas. This is a really, really big island, 27-mile long, 14 miles wide. Beautiful, beautiful, lush tropical island. It really is quite a stunning island to be on. So if your clients have never visited, definitely make sure that you prepare them for how beautiful and lush the island is. So some things that they definitely want to see, and this is by no means an exhaustive list. This is just some of the things that they may decide they want to take in and see. Of course, the beautiful, stunning pitons. This is really probably one of the most iconic scenes for St. Lucia, if not the Caribbean. It's a very recognizable scene. So it's
Mhm.
definitely something that your clients would definitely want to do. And they can certainly arrange for that right from Bay Gardens, right, Pauline, if they wanted to do a
That's
tour?
correct. That's correct. We do have a tours desk on property that can assist you with excursions and booking some of the visits to some of our most fascinating sites. So once you're with us, we'll take care of all of that for you.
Perfect, perfect. So you definitely want to do the Pitons, Pigeon Island, which is another great historical landmark. It's a national park there for St. Lucia. So again, if you're interested in hiking and exploring and just again taking in all the beauty of nature and the lush vegetation, Pigeon Island is right there. So it's definitely another one of those activities that you want to make sure your clients are aware of. Soufre, oh, this was such a beautiful spot. Again, an iconic spot for St. Lucia. So you do have the opportunity to kind of really see, I like to say, authentic Caribbean town because you get to be close with locals and, do some shopping. And its name is from the smell of the sulfur, right?
You're
From
right.
the volcano. So
Right.
it's really a unique spot, and you definitely want to make sure you put it on your list of places to explore when you come down to St. Lucia. The stunning waterfalls. Oh my goodness gracious. This was something else that I got a chance to do as well. The water was so nice and cold, but it's
Mhm.
absolutely beautiful. All the different waterfalls that you guys have in St. Lucia. So if waterfalls is something that your clients are saying they want to experience while they're in the Caribbean, then the number one place to recommend definitely would be St. Lucia. But we also have some great zip lining as well because we have rainforest. So you have an opportunity to really be up close and personal with some of that lush vegetation that I was speaking about. So zip lining is really not my thing. I've done it and I'm good. But I know a lot of people like that thrill and that need for speed and all of that. So they definitely can get that in St. Lucia. And one of my most fun activities, the mud baths. It was something unique and something different to try. It was so hot, but it was so relaxing and supposed to have medicinal properties. I don't know, but I enjoyed it. I
And
took
they
it
say
for
it
what,
takes 10 years off of you.
10 years. So I don't
Yes.
know if it took 10, maybe it took 3. I needed to stay in a little longer, but I rubbed it all over. So I wanted to get every benefit I could. So it's definitely something you want to make sure your clients are aware of and get a chance to take part in. So St. Lucia also, in addition to activities, has lots of great events and festivals. I'm sure most of you know about St. Lucia Jazz. What is this? Maybe almost 30 years this event has been going on now in St. Lucia. So the 2025 dates have been released. So if you have clients who are looking to go down during this time frame, let them know jazz will be going on. So they'll definitely have some great music to listen to. Carnival. You can't be in the Caribbean and don't have a carnival experience. So is it the same time every year, Pauline?
It fluctuates in terms of the dates, but it's always the third Monday and Tuesday of July. So that's the parade dates. And prior to the parade, for about a week, 2 weeks, it's a lot of parties, boat rides, and other activities that really add to the St. Lucian Carnival experience. So if you're coming for St. Lucia Carnival, you have to ensure that you're here a couple of days prior to the road to get the full experience.
And I've always said traveling during carnival, coming and visiting during carnival, that's when you really get a full cultural immersion. So if your clients want to go beyond the sun, the sand, and the sea and really kind of get into the culture and really have
Mhm.
a super fun experience, you definitely want to come down during carnival. Then for your divers, St. Lucia is a great destination for diving, so much so that we have a dive fest. September 15 through 21. And if they don't make Dive Fest, just know that there's so many dive sites all along the shoreline. So if your clients are divers and they're looking for a new spot to dive and they haven't been to St. Lucia, think about coming to St. Lucia. And then our Creole Heritage Month happens every year in October. So this is again another opportunity to get a full cultural immersion, to really kind of understand the history of Creole in the destination and really sample the food, the sites, the art, everything that goes with it. So always a great opportunity to get a full cultural immersion. So getting to St. Lucia, we have our 3 main carriers, American, JetBlue, and Delta. You do have nonstop service out of Atlanta, New York, Miami, and Charlotte. So you have a lot of great options. And really, we're coming up to a period where it's going to be some really good fares coming up into St. Lucia. So if you have clients looking at early fall, like September, October, this is a good time to get in on some good fares, especially with JetBlue, because they're going to be offering some fares as low as 401 round trip. So, keep your eye open for some of those good fares down to St. Lucia because they are coming up. So we're going to switch over really quick and do a quick video on the destination. And if you guys have any questions, again, please make sure you put them in the chat. And then after this video, Pauline is going to take over and tell us more about Bay Gardens Resorts. So after that, I know we're all ready to learn more about Bay Gardens. So I'm going to hand it over to you now, Miss Pauline, and take it away.
Thank you so much, Kay, for that beautiful introduction, not just to Bay Gardens Resorts, but my beautiful island of St. Lucia. Bay Gardens Resorts, who are we? I'll start off by giving a brief history and overview of where we began. Next year, we're celebrating our 30th birthday. and we are a locally owned and operated resort chain in Rodney Bay. So Rodney Bay is in the north of the island. If you look here, you will realize the arrow to the bottom indicates our international airports, the Urinor International Airport, and we're to the top of the island, the north, in the Rodney Bay Village. Rodney Bay is known for its diverse dining options, its amazing nightlife, home of the Grizzly Street Party, and all of our properties are located within 10 minutes of each other right in that hub. So, Bay Gardens Resorts, we currently have a couple of properties in Rodney Bay. We have the Bay Gardens Inn, which was the first property that was acquired in 1995. It's a three-star property with 32 rooms. Then, literally across the road, 30 seconds, we have the Bay Gardens Hotel, which is an 87-room property. We have the Bay Gardens Marina Haven, another one of our three-star gems, located right across the road from the Rodney Bay Marina, as the name suggests. And of course, we have the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa, which is located right on one of the most beautiful beaches in Saint Lucia, Rodney Beach. We have the 4.5-star Waters Edge Villas by Bay Gardens Resorts, which is an ultra luxury modern amenity with modern amenities. They're two self-contained villas located on the waterfront overlooking the Rodney Bay Marina. And of course, we are home to the Caribbean's first open water obstacle course, Splash Island Water Park. If you can see at the back of K there, it's right in the backyard of the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa. I'm going to be giving you more details on each of them as we progress. So let's move to the Bay Gardens Marina Haven. So this property was acquired in 2018. It's great for persons who love the marina, persons who are yachters, because it's literally right across the road from the marina. Of course, as the name suggests, we recently constructed a new pool bar. It's called Knott's Pool Bar, and we also offer a free shuttle service to all of our properties from the Bay Gardens Marina Haven, and in fact, from all of our properties. So, for those of you who really want to immerse yourselves in St. Lucian culture, and I don't know if any of you on the call have heard of the iconic Grosley Friday night party. This property is located 5 minutes away from the street party. So every Friday evening from about 7 p.m., head over to Grosley and you can enjoy dancing in the streets, authentic local rum, food, and it's just an amazing time. Just dancing in the streets with the locals. It's something that St. Lucia is known for, and this property is literally minutes away from that experience.
And
Also,
Pauline, let me
Mhm,
just say this too. When I was there with my husband in June, I was told we
mhm,
had to go. We had to go. We're too close. We had to go. It did not
mhm,
disappoint. And we took the shuttle. So it was really perfect. And then we had an awesome time. And again, I'm big on those cultural immersion experiences.
mhm.
So if you're there, you got to go because it is an iconic party. You don't want to miss it. It was fun.
I'm so happy you enjoyed it because it's a great time for you to go out there, taste the local rum, taste some of the local fresh fish because Grosley is a fishing village.
Mhm.
So it's from the ocean and prepared fresh right there for you in Grosley while you're enjoying the entertainment from the street party. And yeah, so this is the perfect location again for persons who are yachters, boaters, and if you want to be close to the Grizzly Street Party, and it's also minutes away from the Pigeon Island National Landmark. So this is the location where we host the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival. It's an amazing historic site, very beautiful. We host a lot of weddings there, and it's some place that you definitely need to visit if you're staying in the north of the island. Next, we have another one of our beautiful properties, the Bay Gardens Inn. So the Bay Gardens Inn is located right in the heart of the Rodney Bay Village. We literally have the supermarket in our backyard. But when you're on property, it feels like you're somewhere in an authentic, enchanting garden. The property is quiet, it's lush, filled with greenery, an amazing flora and fauna. But once you get outside, you have immediate access to shopping malls, restaurants, and the best that Rodney Bay has to offer. Now, right across the road, literally 30 seconds away, we have another one of our properties, the Bay Gardens Hotel. It carries some of the same amenities as the Bay Gardens Inn in terms of its accessibility to amazing restaurants, dining, and everything else that Rodney Bay has to offer. This property has an award-winning restaurant called the Spices Restaurant, as well as the Cinnamon Bar, where you can get all of your great drinks and local cuisine. So between the Bay Gardens Inn and the Bay Gardens Hotel, there are about 5 pools. And from the outside, it's really hard to notice because again, Rodney Bay is a very busy area, business area, dining, entertainment. So when you get a little property like that, it's literally like a piece of tranquility amidst all of the happenings on the outside. So this property is perfect for persons who want to come to the island for adventure. So they book their room and they're out on excursions. They're going to the beach at the beach resort, taking our complimentary shuttle to our other properties, which we'll get into, and just enjoying the best of what Saint Lucia has to offer.
I've got a question, Pauline. So, one of our advisors, Miss Catherine, she asks at the Bay Gardens Marina Haven, we have 1 or 2 bedroom units available there.
So at the Bay Gardens Marina Haven, it's 1 bedroom units. We have 35 rooms with 2 room categories. We have Superior King and Superior Double.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
So in terms of the room configurations at the other properties, the inn's room configuration is similar to that of the Marina Haven, 32 rooms, and we only have standard and double rooms. And at the Bay Gardens Hotel, we do have a block called the Croton Suite. So there we do have suites with, it's basically fully contained. So you have your full-size fridge, your washer, your dryer, and it's perfect for persons with families. So maybe you might not want to run to the restaurant, but whip up something quickly for your children in there. You have everything that you need to do that at the Bay Gardens Hotel. So the Bay Gardens Hotel, we are currently under renovation and it's been done in phases, so the property is still operating. We have hired the best hospitality construction company, and things are happening, and sometimes we don't even realize it. So, come December 2024, this is what our rooms will look like at the Bay Gardens Hotel. We're getting a refresh, something definitely very modern, but still keeping in that Caribbean feel and warmth that we are known for. So I'm just going to go back to the slide so you get a little idea of what it currently looks like and what it's going to look like by the end of the year. So at the top here, you can get an idea of what the rooms look like currently. And this is the new look of the Bay Gardens Hotel coming December 2024. So now we move on to Water's Edge Villas by Bay Gardens Resorts. My favorite in the property, in the chain rather, Water's Edge Villas are 2 self-contained villas along the Rodney Bay Marina. And the cute and the amazing thing about Water's Edge Villas is you get to enjoy exclusivity, but you also have the benefits of resort life. Water's Edge Villas is literally about 3 minutes walk from the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa, which you'll learn about soon. And all of the amenities of resort life are available to you in your villa. So if you would like a private chef come to your villa and prepare dinner for you tonight, then that can be arranged. Or if you would like to come across to the beach resort and enjoy our manager's cocktail buffet, that is also an option. And of course, the Bay Gardens Water's Edge Villas, sorry, Like I mentioned earlier, it's right off of the Rodney Bay Marina. So right off your private dock, you can have a water taxi take you to Pigeon Island, or you can dock your private yacht there if you please.
And then this one is, you said there are two villas and there
Mhm.
are four bedrooms.
4 bedrooms each, and each of them can sleep up to 12 persons.
12 people. Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. And then if you're staying at the villa, and I'll just pull this video up while I ask you my question. If you're
Mm-hmm.
staying at the villa, you do have privileges over at the other properties for dining.
At all of the properties for dining.
For
So, like I mentioned, the villa is really self-contained. But if you wish to get a meal plan, like an all-inclusive meal plan or breakfast-only meal plan, you just head over to any one of the properties that you choose or you desire, and you would be catered for there. And what you're seeing right now is walking from your living room right onto your private dock. That's your little backyard area with your plunge pool.
So while we're looking at this too, I have a couple questions about the Water's Edge villas.
Mhm.
So is there an additional cost for the chef?
Yes, there is an additional cost for the private chef.
So do you guys recommend chefs or is it up
Usually
to?
the chefs are our in-house chefs.
Okay.
But if you want to hire somebody private, then that's an option as well.
Now, Miss Susan, I love you, Miss Susan. Miss Susan says she just looked up availability for the Water's Edge villas and it's showing sold out forever. So she wants to know, is that a true depiction of the availability?
It is. It is. I wouldn't say forever, but the villas are sold out a lot.
A lot. So
Yes.
how far in advance would you say you would have to book the villa?
I would say anywhere from 90 days upwards.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Got a question about fam rates for travel agents.
Yes, so we do have rates. We do have a package for travel agents, travel advisors, and all of that information can be shared with you separately and it would come from our revenue team. So I can always have them share the updated information.
Okay. And then Miss Melanie, hey Melanie, is asking about children allowed on properties. I know we're all inclusive, but are we family friendly?
Definitely. And the amazing thing about Bay Gardens Resorts is right now we're one of the few family-friendly properties on island. So that's one of our unique selling points. We love kids. And as we move into the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa, which is our flagship property. So while all of our properties accommodate children, at the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa, I think this is the quintessential property to bring your family. It's located right on the Rodney Beach, so they can spend all day on the beach playing in the sand. We also have the Splash Island Water Park, which is in our backyard as well, perfect for children and adults, of course. The children can also enjoy non-motorized water sports, which is included in your package, complimentary. Splash Island Water Park is also complimentary for all guests, irrespective of where you're staying. So you're staying at the Marina Haven, you're staying at the Bay Gardens Inn, it doesn't matter. The water park is free to you, as well as the non-motorized water sports. Another amazing feature we have for children is the Coral Kids Club, which offers a range of supervised activities for children. So while mom and dad is at the spa getting a treatment, the children can be in the kids club doing face painting, tie-dye, and a host of other activities there with trained professionals.
Mm, cool.
So, just a little overview of the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa. I know I jumped to bring in that element of the family. But the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa is our four-star property in the chain. And it is what we call our flagship property because there we can host just about any guest. Families, we do weddings, we do solo travel. We also do a lot of corporate travel there because we have a conference room. which can also double as an indoor venue for birthday celebrations and weddings. And this property is 78 rooms and it's configured into 48 standard rooms and 30 suites. So for these suites, they can be configured into either one bedroom suites or two bedroom suites. Now, the two bedroom suites are ideal for families again. For small children, they can have their own room and the adults can have another room. And that is, we bring them together with a connecting door.
Very good.
Just to go over the accommodation options at the Bay Gardens Beach Resorts and Spa, we have garden view rooms, pool view rooms, and beachfront rooms. And we do, like I mentioned, offer one and two bedroom suites as well as pool and beachfront suites. So from these pictures, you get a little idea of what the suites look like.
They're very spacious. Lots of
They're
room to move
extremely
around.
spacious,
Hmm.
especially in the bathroom.
Yeah. And then is it a pull-out sofa
Yes, it
in the
is.
living room? Okay. I
Yes.
thought it was. Okay. So here's another quick video on Bay Gardens Beach and Spa Resort. So you guys can kind of get an idea visually, the layout. And then Pauline, you can definitely kind of let them know what they're looking at.
Awesome. So this is our main pool on property. It's a flowered shaped pool. And in the middle of the pool, you will see that we have a jacuzzi for 18 and over. We have 6 blocks of three-story rooms.
And all the non-motorized water sports are included as well.
Yes.
Awesome. And really the best sunsets.
The
Oh my
best
goodness.
sunsets in Saint
The
Lucia.
beach is stunning. Yes. So you get some really good sunsets there
Definitely.
on the beach. So really quite nice. I have a couple questions because they've been coming in pretty good.
Okay.
Just to go back a little bit
Mm-hmm.
to the villa, because you know we love villas.
I do. I
The
do too.
bedding for the villas. I know it's 12
Mm-hmm.
max, but there's a question about the bed sizes in all of the rooms, pull out sofas.
Mm-hmm.
What do we have in terms of bedding?
So we do have a pull-out sofa. We have one, it's 4 bedrooms. So we have another bedroom that has the twin beds, perfect for children. And we have 2 other rooms that have king size beds.
Okay.
Yes.
For the villas, do we book the villas directly with Bay Gardens, or is there a preferred travel partner for the villas?
The villas can be booked directly through Bay Gardens. So if you head on over to our website, the villa is actually in the booking engine for the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa. So you go over to the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa's page, and then you scroll all the way down on the booking engine, and then you'll see the villas right there.
Got a question about the minimum night requirement for the villa. Is there a minimum night requirement?
No, no, no minimum stay for any of our properties.
Very good, very good.
Mhm.
And you got somebody giving you some kudos. So it's a long one. Bay Gardens Resort. So yes, Ramona, everything here is all inclusive that we're showing you for Bay Gardens Resorts. And then Miss Karen is asking, are all of them on the beach? So we only have the beach resort that is on the beach,
Mhm.
and then the other
Mhm.
properties are nearby, and then you
Mhm.
have the ones that are near the marina as well. So,
Correct.
and then you have the shuttle service. So you can
Mhm.
shuttle if you're staying at the villa or the inn. You can always shuttle over to the beach resort and enjoy this stunningly beautiful beach that's at the beach resort. And
Mhm.
then Miss Kelly is asking about commission for direct bookings. Yes, we do pay commissions on all direct bookings. Is it 10%, Pauline, on the
Yes, it
booking?
is.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Mhm. All
So
right.
just to add to what you were saying, Kay, we do have something that we call stay at one, play at four. So irrespective of where you're staying, where you have your reservation, you are free to roam any of our properties in the chain. Well, obviously with the exception of the villas because that's exclusive. But you can stay at the Bay Gardens Marina Haven, take the complimentary shuttle, and spend a day at the beach at the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa. You can also purchase items at the beach resort and it can be charged back to your room at the Bay Gardens Marina Haven if that's where you decide to stay. In addition to all inclusive, we do have a number of other meal plans. So we do room only, we also do breakfast only, and of course, we do half board with breakfast and dinner. So there's a lot of options and a lot of diversity for persons willing to experience our product.
Very
And
cool.
what we're seeing right now is just an aerial view of the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa. So it gives you a better idea of how close we are from the beach to the lobby. I've counted, it's literally 15 seconds from the lobby right onto the golden sands of Rodney Beach.
Next time I'm there, I'm going to count it too.
Yes,
But it is really close.
yes. Okay. So not just for us, but an integral part of St. Lucian culture is food. We do have restaurants at the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa. We currently have the High Tide restaurant, which serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We also have the Spices restaurant at the Bay Gardens Hotel and Inn, and we have the Anchor restaurant at the Bay Gardens Marina Haven. All of the restaurants serve a buffet breakfast daily. And of course, we have a mix of a la carte and buffet options for lunch and dinner. And of course, entertainment. It would be remiss of us to bring you to the Caribbean and not give you some Caribbean flair, some Caribbean vibes, some Caribbean entertainment. We have nightly entertainment at all of our properties, which is infused with local talent, and you get a taste of our culture on property. So that's something you definitely look out to. You need to look out for during your stay with us. Weddings. That is another amazing thing that we do here at Bay Gardens Resorts. And one of the great things is that we have a number of options in terms of wedding spaces. So if you would like to have a wedding on the beach with the sunset, the amazing sunsets that we just spoke about in the background, that is an option. Or if you would like to have a wedding in one of our lush gardens where you have the greenery as your backdrop, you can also do that as well. Or if you prefer something that's a little bit more intimate and enclosed, we have 5 conference rooms across all of our properties for you to choose from if that is something you wish to do. We do have a full service weddings and events team, which can assist you with everything from decor to dining, assist you with getting your marriage license, your marriage officer, just about everything. Our team will be able to assist you
So from start to finish,
from
you
start
can
to
bring your
finish.
client to us and we got it from there.
Yes.
Hmm. And I'll give you a little side story. This is probably before your time, Pauline, but one of my
Mhm.
very good friends, oh gosh, maybe it was almost 20 years ago now, was your very first wedding at Big Garden.
Oh.
Yes, yes, yes. So she and I used to work together,
Mhm.
and she was your first wedding at Big Gardens.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
That's definitely something I would want to document and learn more
Yes,
about. Yes.
yes.
And of course, with a robust and dynamic resort chain like ours, we're always doing new things. We're always planning for upgrades and just keeping up with the markets and the times. I mean, St. Lucia is a growing destination and Bay Gardens Resorts is not getting left behind. So, coming 2025, we have what we called the new wave of luxury happening for the Bay Gardens Resorts chain. We are introducing what we call Sapphire Sands Villas by Bay Gardens Resorts. This is going to be 29 rooms, which can be configured into 9 3-bedroom villas, luxury villas, ultra modern. The ones on the ground floor will all have their own plunge pool. This addition will also host a state-of-the-art gym and spa. The spa is going to have 6 treatment rooms, and it's going to also have a rooftop restaurant called, well, I'll not give out the name yet, but it's hopefully going to be Asian Caribbean fusion, and it's something very new to St. Lucia, and I know it's going to be something exceptional. So let's just take a little look into our renders. Before we go into Sapphire Sands, here you'll get to see what the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa's new lobby is going to look like. Definitely a new wave of luxury that's going to tie into Sapphire Sands, which is going to be right next to it. So this is just a video, well, not a video, sorry, but a photo of what the outside of our new spa and gym is going to look like. I
I
call it a
can jump to the
wellness
video if
center.
you, I can
Yes,
jump to the video.
yes, let's jump to the video.
Okay, here we go. There you go. Is it playing on your end?
Yes.
Okay, good, great.
So what you just saw was the block of rooms. Let me just pause it right now so you can see how close it is. So the gray and the white is what's being constructed right now. This is the Sands Villas. And in the back, it is the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa. So that's just to give you an idea of how close it is going to be. We're occupying the last piece of amazing beachfront property in Radway Beach.
So these are all going to be along the beach as well.
Yes.
Wonderful.
So here, just to stop it again, right behind that tree is our rooftop restaurant where you can enjoy. It's another amazing place for special events. And from the rooftop, you will be able to see boats coming into the marina. So we did have a restaurant called Sea Grips where you had a beachfront view, but Sea Grips has now been demolished and it's being replaced with this new restaurant where you get to see not only the beach, but on the side, you get to see boats coming in and out of the marina.
Awesome. And it's always nice to see those boats and dream.
Yes, so
As
here
they
you get a
come and
little
go.
idea.
Yeah, see, there it is. Yeah, right there.
Yes.
And then it looks like it's going to be a main pool as well.
Yes, so we have one more pool being added to the chain.
Yeah, that's really going to be nice. Really very nice. And everything's so
Again,
modern, clean lines.
modern,
Mm-hmm.
correct, modern, clean lines, but still keeping a pop of Caribbean flair
Yeah,
in there.
Caribbean feel to it.
Mhm.
Exactly. Very nice. I could just move in.
Me too. We'll share a suite.
No, no, no. I need my own. And these are really nice.
Yes.
And I've watched this video, but I've never watched it all the way to the end. So let's answer a couple of questions that are a lot of questions have been coming in. So let's go back a little ways. We had a question about wheelchair accessibility for any of the properties. What is that like?
So all of our properties are one, extremely flat, and two, at the Bay Gardens Hotel and at the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa, we do have wheelchair accessible rooms. So it's perfect for persons with mobility issues. The property, like I mentioned, it's flat. So once you book that room or you get another room that is on the ground floor, you would be fine and catered to, of course.
So Miss Elena is asking, when is the grand opening for the new property we just looked at?
So we're looking at fall of 2025. So
And
hopefully
then,
we should accept bookings for this property by the last quarter of 2025.
okay. And then what will it be called? It's Sapphire Sands is the name
Yes,
of this. Okay.
Sapphire
Okay.
Sands by Bay Gardens Resorts.
All right. And then we've got, you already said when it'd be available to book.
Hmm?
We said so the category name for it. So they would just book it under Sapphire Sands, and all the
Yes,
rooms would be the same category, or are some going to be garden
yes.
view?
All of them would be the same category because it's one block of rooms, so along the beachfront. So it's going to be the same category. What would be different is the room configuration. So whether they would want a 1 bedroom or a 2 bedroom or a 3 bedroom, that's an option as well.
Okay, all right. Got an advisor asking for the rooftop restaurant. Would it be available for private events?
Yes. So our events team would be the one to manage the space. It would be just like managing one of our other restaurants to host a wedding reception or a
Okay.
birthday celebration. So it's going to be another option in the chain.
Miss Sandra is asking about a golf course. So, how far is the closest golf course to the property?
So currently we have the Sandals Golf and Country Club, which is about a 10-minute drive from Rodney Bay, the Rodney Bay Village area. And we also have Cabot, which is nearing completion, and it's also in the same area in Cap Estates. So another 10-minute drive. So same, very close to each other.
Okay. Miss Susan did ask about the dine around to offsite property.
Mhm.
So, offsite restaurant. So, how does that
Yes.
work?
So the Dine Around program is a very unique initiative that we offer here at Bay Gardens Resorts. So guests who stay on an all-inclusive meal plan for 7 or more nights, we give them the opportunity to eat out at two of our 10 partner restaurants in the Rodney Bay Village, absolutely free. It's complimentary. So not only are we supporting the local community or the local restaurants, but we're also giving you a taste of what the area has to offer. Out of these 10 restaurants, we have Spice of India, we have Cantonese, Chinese restaurants, we have a steakhouse, we have ritual sushi, and it's very diverse and a lot of options for you to choose from.
And again, a lot of these are just walking distance, right?
Walking
Right.
distance.
Yeah,
So
that's
if
what.
you don't want to walk, the shuttle can take you there because it's right along the strip.
Oh, perfect, perfect.
Mhm.
Mr. Jerry is asking, what is the price range for the beachfront? I'm assuming, Mr. Jerry, if I got it wrong, let me know. The beachfront units at the beach and spa resort. Like, what is
The Bay
the
Gardens
typical
Beach
price
Resorts
range?
and Spa. So
Yeah.
the Bay Gardens Beach Resorts and Spas, you would know the rates vary depending on the time of year. But I will say that we usually the rates are usually about 300 USD upwards in that area.
Ms. Ashley is asking if we could just please repeat when we were going to start taking bookings for Sapphire Sands.
Last quarter of 2025. So fall to winter season.
Okay.
Mhm.
Catherine is asking if we have an e-brochure. We will have some PDF handouts available, so just stay tuned, Catherine, and we'll get those to you. She's also asking if we have any elevators at the properties.
No, no. So at this property, at all of our properties, actually, it's 3 stories. We don't have any elevators. So that's something to take into consideration.
Okay. I think I got everything there. Okay. If not, I'll keep going through. Keep going. But these are a lot of great questions. I thank you guys
Yes,
for being
for
so
sure.
engaged. They're very good questions.
Okay, so these are just some closer photos of the renders for Sapphire Sands. And this is inside of the restaurant. And an aerial shot of the pool area at Sapphire Sands. And I think one thing I think is very unique about Bay Gardens Resorts, if you're familiar with Rodney Bay, or just from the description, I think you would understand that it's filled, it's very busy, filled with businesses, restaurants, shopping malls. It's a bustling area, one of the busiest on island. And to find something like this is truly unique within that, with all of the greenery. We do have an on-site garden, um, lots of mango trees, lots of fruit trees. All of our herbs are grown there. And just to find that little oasis amidst the bustling area is something that it's really treasured. And it's something that we try to keep as much as possible. And it ties in with our names, the garden, the Bay Gardens. So,
Very nice.
so this is another photo of the fire dance, which includes the pools. And of course, if you're trying to come to St. Lucia sooner rather than later, we do have something that we call Weeks of Wellness happening at the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa from September 19th to September 27th. It's perfect for those looking for rest, relaxation, rejuvenation in paradise. It's a wellness package which includes Ayurvedic treatments, spa treatments. We also have nutritional sessions included. We have cooking classes included as well. And it's just some time for you to unwind and just take a refresher rather. We also have daily yoga included in this package as well. So that's something persons can consider for next month.
And then really it's right on time with those airfares that are going to be so
Correct.
much more reasonable to
Correct.
come on down and spend time. And I don't know how many moms or dads are on this call, but school just started. This is perfect
Mm-hmm.
for just getting yourself together after having to
Mm-hmm.
start back from having to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and
Yep. Yep. The
get
timing
going
is
again.
great.
Yeah.
The timing is great. So it's almost like you get the kids settled at school. You come to St. Lucia, you come to Big Gardens Resorts, you take a week off just for some self-care. And
Hmm.
you go back pumped and energized because once you go back, it's starting to get ready for the holiday season.
Okay, I have a question, and we have a couple questions that have popped up for the wellness package. But
Mm-hmm.
you said something, a special kind of spa treatment.
Mm-hmm.
What was that word you used?
Ayurvedic. I hope
Okay,
I'm not butchering it myself.
can
Ayurvedic.
you speak to that? Because what is that?
So Ayurvedic medicine is something that we offer. Um, it's it's part of like the family of acupuncture and I think it's Indian medicine. So
Okay.
they do a lot of specialized services where that's concerned. Um, Indeed, very different, something that is still very new to me as well. But it would be amazing for persons to come out and experience it for themselves. And of course, it's included in your package. So it's something that you get to try for the first time. And if you don't like it, that's fine. We do have the traditional spa treatments at our Lame Spa, which is on site at the Bay Gardens Beach Resort and Spa. So you have options in terms of your wellness.
Okay. And so Miss Elena is asking, so it's 445 per person per day for this package.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And it
The
comes with all of your
445 is,
meals
yes, it's based on double occupancy.
based on double occupancy. Your spa
Mhm.
treatments are included, cooking class, yoga sessions, and so much more. Miss Ashley says, how do we sign up for this wellness?
So the package is listed on our website. If you head on over to www.baygardensresorts.com, you will see the Weeks of Wellness special. You can sign up there. And of course, I just want to make a note to the persons on the call to use our travel advisors portal. It's very beneficial. You get your commission and everything there. We're catering to you. I mean, we love working with the travel agents and the travel advisors. So there's benefits in it for you as well once you use our portal to book these things for your clients.
And Miss Marion is asking, is the weeks of wellness going to be annual?
Yes, so this is actually the second one we're having this year.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
So, guys, if you miss out on it this year, which I'm actually trying to put a group together myself, and
Mhm.
people always laugh at me, but women of a certain age, we need what I call a menopause retreat.
Yeah.
And this would be right up my alley. So, ladies or gents, think about it. Menopause retreat for your clients. It would certainly strike a chord with quite a
I like that
few.
idea.
It's what I need. It's what I
Mm-hmm.
need.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lori is asking, see, thank you, Elena. About booking the wellness package with any tour operator. So just to reiterate, we really want you guys to use our travel portal and do all of your bookings with us direct. I'm here to be of assistance. So is Pauline as well. So you have actual
Mm-hmm.
person you can be in touch with to make sure that you get all of your bookings done properly and everything processed properly. So just, reach out to either one of us, use the travel portal and place your bookings there. And actually, this next slide is going to speak to some additional incentives, I believe, that we have in place for advisors.
Sure.
There we go.
So for our advisors, we do have some rewards. So if you book 4 nights or more, you receive $20. If you book 7 nights or more, you receive $40. And of course, we have rewards for Waters Edge Villas, where you can book 7 or more nights and earn up to 100 USD. And I need to know that is in addition to your commission, of course.
So you have the portal, and then you also have our rewards program. So you can track your bookings and make sure that you're getting the additional incentives for
Mhm.
all of your bookings into Bay Gardens. Because I know you guys all have clients who will be a perfect fit for Bay Gardens, because the perfect
Definitely.
client for Bay Gardens runs the gambit. So lots of great opportunities for your clients to come down, experience St. Lucia, experience Bay Gardens, and really have the vacation of a lifetime with us.
Mhm. Definitely. And just to reiterate what you said earlier, Kay, about reaching out to us if they want to book and they want to book direct. Another one of our key selling points is that we're small. I mean, while we might have 5 properties in Rodney Bay. Our team is very accessible. You can reach out to us via email, and we try our best to provide all of our travel agents and advisors, and of course, our guests with a personable experience, something that you feel like you're talking to someone and not necessarily a robot. We're here to help you. We're very flexible. And I think once you reach out, you let us know what you want to do, we can work with you to put together the best package, whether it's for you or if it's for your client.
Right. And we're here to earn your business and to make
Mm-hmm.
sure that your clients have the best experience possible. So, having experienced Bay Gardens personally for myself, it is an absolutely lovely property. The owners are fantastic. And again, it's really perfect for the client who kind of likes to be in the middle of everything and wants to
Mm-hmm.
experience everything that St. Lucia has to offer, because you're really close to so much and you really would have a full, very immersive experience, especially if you come down for Carnival or the Creole Festival, any of
Exactly.
those events for jazz. So
Mm-hmm.
it's the perfect property for your clients. And again, that beach, ooh, that's a good beach. And that's coming from a beach snob. So that's a good beach they have there. I am the queen beach snob. So uh, Madison, no, that bonus applies to all the bookings that you book. So whether you have attended this webinar or not, we're also gonna, we've recorded this. So in the follow-up, you will receive the recording for this. So you can always refer back to it, and we'll have more information on Bay Gardens Resorts. And we want you guys to actually try to take this quick poll that we're going to have on here. So we've kind of gone through quite a few different properties that we have. So let us know which one struck a chord with you and what you'd like to learn more about, because that's going to kind of help us decide which property we should feature next. I personally think we should do something on weddings, because a lot of my travel advisors are big into weddings. So I would love to share more about how we can make some fabulous weddings come true, wedding dreams come true at Bay Gardens. So let us know what you're most interested in learning more about, which property. I think we have answered all the questions. I tried to go through as you were presenting. But again, if you have some questions that I missed, didn't answer, or maybe you didn't get a full understanding, feel free to shoot me or Pauline an email. There are lovely faces there with our contact information. And of course, you have my contact information because I send my emails out periodically. So you guys are up to speed on everything we've got going on. So thank you, Pauline, for your time. And
Thank
next time,
you so much
maybe
for
we'll be
having me.
roaming the property, maybe doing a
Mhm.
quick walkthrough and maybe counting those steps to the beach because
Yep,
we have to make sure that is accurate, you know,
yep,
for research purposes. So, all
yes.
right. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for your time. I'm just checking the questions one more time. Um, One question, how far in advance do they need to book weddings? How far out? A year out, 6 months, 3 months, 2 weeks? How far in advance?
I have seen weddings be booked and planned 2 weeks, but just to ensure that you get exactly what you want, exactly where you want it, I would say 12 months to a year.
Okay.
Mhm.
And one last question. Okay, two last questions. I know I said one, but two. Miss Marley is asking, is the wellness week only once a month? Or how does the wellness week laid out?
So, International Wellness Month is celebrated in Saint Lucia in September. So, we have this experience only in September for 1 week.
And then is it a minimum night stay or can they book any block of nights during that span?
For this experience, to ensure you get the full experience, there is a minimum night stay of 5 nights, but ideally, we ask people to stay for 7 nights so that you get to enjoy everything.
Everything.
And in addition to the things that we offer as part of the package, we also encourage people to go out and explore the community. So, go out and enjoy a hike, or go out and enjoy an excursion. So these 2 extra days give you enough time for you to experience not just the property but the destination.
And last question from Miss Kendra. How are the commissions paid? How are they processed? What's the whole process like to get paid for the bookings?
So for the bookings, this is handled by our reservations department. I would definitely need to get more information for you to ensure that I'm giving you all of the information and all of the correct information. So I can always shoot you an email and we can stay in contact with all of the advisors because I'm sure that's something that everybody would like to know. So, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to share the information with you and you can share it with your team.
Yes. So in the follow up, I'll let you know exactly the steps in order to get those commissions processed.
Mhm.
All right. Well, thank you guys
Awesome.
so much. And we'll be seeing you on our next webinar. I do have, like I mentioned earlier on my Facebook post, several webinars planned for this month. So next week, we have two other opportunities coming up with some other great properties. So stay tuned. And I thank you guys so much for your time. Have a good rest of your Wednesday.
Bye, everyone.